Okay, here we are on the Nerd on the Street beta site. Now, this was actually the second beta site. Remember, I originally had the first beta site, and then I made that the alpha site when I made this the beta site. This was still a beta site. This was not the official Nerd on the Street website yet. As you can see, the color palette is the same. We've got sort of dark-ish gray in the back. We've got light gray for the foreground, and we've got a powder blue or light blue menu here. But we do have some advancements. For instance, on the sidebar, we have DIVs with the buttons in them rather than just having blue links for everything. We have these were kind of fancy links for what I normally did. As you can see, we have more links, and we'll look at everything. And it's not just an article anymore. We still have our channel trailer, but we have links to various things, the YouTube channel, the entertainment channel, Facebook, Twitter, social network stuff, and places that you can contact me. And then I had a little blurb about who I am and what I do. And that's something that I actually don't have on my newer websites, because my newer websites are more focused around the content and not around me personally. But yeah, this website actually was focused around me personally. This was the first time that I had my own personal homepage. It wasn't just Nerd on the Street's website, it was Jacob Kaufman's website. And so I had a little biography about Jacob Kaufman. At the bottom, we still have the little footer that says special thanks to Maddie and Dan Reinengel, because this website was still hosted on the Power Mac G3. And once again, on the sidebar, this space would have been a Google ad. You can see where the Google ad would have ended because of that horizontal rule right there. And then this would have just been blank space below that. But yeah, we would have had a Google ad, and we had these buttons. And I actually got a nifty little plugin that will let me click on these buttons and have them actually work the way they're supposed to. So as you can see, first we've got home, and that is the button to get back to here. That was on the bottom instead of the top because you're already on the home page. You don't need to go home right away. We'll work our way from the bottom up. The articles page, okay. Let me just go and nerdonthestreet.com/beta/articles. There we are. Okay, that's our style sheet is broken. It is worth mentioning this is the first time that I had used a style sheet rather than just using internal CSS. So that was a big step up. If we refresh, there we go. So this is how the website was supposed to look. So once again, we've got our home page. Click on articles, and here's our articles. We've got, once again, this was supposed to be sort of web app-ish. As you can see, the welcome thing and the channel trailer and the links stay exactly where they would have been with this link not there. They would not have moved. But below them, instead of my personal autobiography, we have Nerd on the Street original articles. And we have a few more articles on this one than we did on the older website. Now, it's worth noting that in this stage of the website, we still had to have a separate HTML file for every article. And I had to go and manually create every HTML file. We can see if I click on this article, it will load up that article. And once again, we still have the links in the channel trailer, but below them, the idea was it wasn't flickering like it is now. You saw it flicker because of the whole, it's going through the domain name overriding settings that I have set. Because this is not on nerdonthestreet.com anymore. This is on one of my own personal computers within this house. But back in the day when this was actually online, this would not have flickered. It would have just changed, and it would have just looked like the only part of the website that actually reloaded. Even though the whole website actually reloaded, the only part that it looked like reloaded was this bottom part. So yeah, I went and manually specified the menu bar length, I think, for every... Maybe I didn't. It does not look like I manually specified the menu bar length. As you can see, I had the footer connected to the menu bar, like the coloring connected to it. Not sure how I did that. If we inspect element, I'm kind of curious now. Margin bottom. So I guess that we set the background color. This was the content div. This was the menu. All right. So yeah, it had to do with the way I had my divs floating. And it was just the footer div filled up whatever inside the body was not already filled up by one of the other divs. If that makes any sense at all. So yeah, for articles, Each article had a different page. You can see some of them had, if they had YouTube videos, I did not add the YouTube videos on the bottom. I had the YouTube videos where my personal, channel trailer would have been. And so that actually, looking back, that might not have been clear enough. But if I go to like reading your Android device and I had that video there, so the videos were found at the top of the page rather than the bottom. And I think that's, yeah, I think that's plenty visible. We'll just go through all of them just so you can see. This one was pretty short. And then Apple's latest, yep. So some of these articles I just basically typed up a summary of the video, but I was just trying to create content at the time. If we go to live, this was the Nerd on the Street live stream page, and you can see it's a different theme altogether, not meant to blend in. See, articles, all of this was supposed to be the same website. Live was kind of a different website. It was on the same, it was nerdonthestreet.com, but it was live.nerdonthestreet.com. Like, it was a different section of the website than the articles section. So, for some reason, Flash is not working in Chromium. Let's open up Firefox, and let's go ahead and get this in here. As you can see, twitch.tv was what I was using at the last time that I was using the live.nerdonthestreet.com website. However, when I first started using this, I was using Livestream, the service Livestream. I think I might have switched to Ustream for some portion of time, but Livestream was what I was using originally. And over here we have 99 Chats. If you go to 99chats.com, you can get a Flash chat room for your website. And if I were to do this now, have an external chat thing, then I would probably use some sort of IRC network, Quake IRC or Sin IRC or something like that. But at the time, I just wanted a very simple chat room. So, you can choose your nickname, and you don't have to register or anything. You just put in the name you want, and then, yeah, I think I had moderation capabilities through 99chats.com, but you can see you can just type in here. And I think that there were sound notifications whenever people sent things, or maybe when they just sent things to you. I think if there was more than one person in here, you could, like, instant message. It was your standard chat room, run-of-the-mill chat room. Only this was powered by 99chats.com. It was only available from live.nerdonthestreet.com. So I didn't want to use the Twitch chat room. I didn't want to use the live stream chat room because I wanted to be able to switch live stream providers whenever I wanted, which I did switch multiple times. And that is exactly why I had my own chat room, because that way I can change the live stream provider without messing up my chat room or anything else. So yeah, as you can see, there's a warning because I think Twitch showed ads that were okay. Sometimes the live stream ads were, like, I don't know if they were inappropriate or what, but yeah, live stream showed some, like, really long ads that you couldn't skip. So yeah, I had a warning there saying, hey, I'm not making money off of these ads. These are out of my control. You can see refresh the page a few minutes before the stream, and the reason I had that there is because, once again, sometimes I changed streaming providers, and obviously this is a static HTML page. People would have had to manually refresh the page to get the new player. And we have a link to the forums and current events. I would just log in. This was another reason why people were supposed to refresh, was because I would just go and edit the HTML document whenever I scheduled something. I would say current event, winter 2011 live stream, status starting in, and there would be a timeanddate.com countdown widget there. And so yeah, live streams were a whole lot of fun. They're still a whole lot of fun. So let's head on back. There was no way to get back to the homepage. That might be something I would want to add now. There's a link to forums.nerdonthestreet.com, but there was not a link just to nerdonthestreet.com. But if we go back to nerdonthestreet.com, once again, this was the homepage, and then we can click on forums. This was the first ever content management system that I used for Nerd on the Street, or at all, really. And this was when I first learned how to use PHP apps. This is how I first learned how to administrate my SQL servers. And I know this stuff sounds really, really basic, but you have to understand, this was like, me learning how to do stuff, so it was pretty exciting for me. This was actually a theme. It was funny. I went and looked through dozens of themes until I found this one, and I ended up deciding on this one, and then I realized that it was actually one that I had seen before. This was the theme that the Notice forums used. Notice was a Minecraft hacked client that I used to use, and I used to be registered on their forums, and I used to talk on their forums quite a bit, or at least read their forums. I guess I lurked more than talked. But yeah, I used to be active mentally in the Notice forums, and I really liked their theme. And then I went and picked out a theme, and then it turned out, like a week later, I found out it was the same theme that they had used, so that was funny. I still really like this theme. The header, some people said, like, you know, these words obviously aren't too readable. The dark red Jacob Kaufman there. And by the way, this used to be, like, the thing. Nerd on the Street was, you know, the name of the website. But I always tagged everything with Jacob Kaufman because I was the only person doing any of the work back then. Now, obviously, we have, like, 3 other main people for Nerd on the Street. I'm still in charge, but there are other people involved. Back when this was around, it was just Jacob Kaufman. Nerd on the Street. So in case I ever had to drop the Nerd on the Street name, I wanted to make sure everyone knew who was doing it and who was the person behind Nerd on the Street, and it was Jacob Kaufman. But this was dark red. It was supposed to be not noticeable. People complained about not being able to read it, but some people said that I shouldn't have my name there at all, so I thought making it a hard-to-read font was like a compromise. They did not agree. Nerd on the Street, you know, I like the neon look. This blue was supposed to look like neon against the gray there. Not sure what's going on with the 2 different shades of blue there. Obviously, I had different sizes for the on the because it was supposed to be smaller, but yeah, don't know what. That's kind of a purplish. I was aware of it. I just thought it looked acceptable. Probably would not settle for it at this point, but, you know, I did back then. So you can scroll through, you can see these were the first forums that I ever had, and I was really excited about it. We had official forums, so announcements, feedback, introductions, and you can see I actually had some stuff. I had a person who I used to interact with on YouTube. I had a friend from school. So yeah, this was fun. I actually had more people on this than I have on the current nerdonthestreet.com website, I think. Maybe, you know, I don't think that's true, but yeah, I actually had a few people on here. I had a section just for help, which was kind of a bad idea because there was a section for help and a section for discussion. And so most people were looking for help, but then I guess, as you can see, most of these posts were made by me. I was trying to incite discussion. Really, now I just have the one set of topics, and if you want help, you ask for help. But back then I thought, you know, it would be better to weed out. If people wanted help, then we would put the help up here, and then that way it wouldn't get in the way of regular discussion. In all of these topics, there was no general section, because the way I thought back then was if you want to talk about non-technology stuff, don't go on nerdonthestreet.com. Now, obviously, I want people on nerdonthestreet.com no matter what they're talking about, so I have general sections, but back then, it was a tech forums. I was going to have tech-oriented forum selections. So we had, yeah, programming and development, you know, web design, or web development, design, specific languages. What 3 languages did I have? Oh, yeah. Operating systems, non-electric technology, so cars, and this was what a post would have looked like. And if I didn't say it already, this blank space up at the top, that was a horizontal Google ad. So that was not just blank space. There was also a horizontal Google ad at the bottom here. So, yeah. Yeah, this would have been an ad right here. So, the Google ads are not showing up right now, but there would have been ads there. And those were not the most fluent places to put them. Those were not, I don't know if I said that correctly. These were not good places to where they blended in. You could really tell that there was a big, you know, ad there before the shout box. By the way, the shout box was fun. We have, you know, shout boxes. Me, Kirsten, and someone named William posted in the shout boxes. And you can shout, hello. Does that still work? Shout box does not still work, which is understandable considering that this website has been moved like 3 times now, and it's not actually on the website anymore. But yeah, back then, you could type in there and it would instantly go there. This was like a chat room that you could use when you were logged in. Oh, it's because I'm not logged in. All right, why don't I log in and show you guys what that looks like? So I can type in my username and password and click login. And I had this page enabled to prevent, you know, flooding and stuff. Now I can shout. So I can say, hello. And now it goes in there so you can see. Yeah, and you could do like smileys. You could do a pop-up shout box. Or a portable device version of the shout box. So yeah, that was cool. When we're logged in, you can see we have our user control panel. And you can go to that and look at your latest threads. You can see I had like the None of the Street Minecraft server thread on here. That was so cool when I launched that Minecraft server. The Minecraft servers were kind of connected in a way to the website versions to a certain extent. See, I had people posting on here about the Minecraft server applying to join it back when you actually needed to be on a whitelist to join. So yeah, that was cool. This was the official homepage of the Minecraft server, was a post on the forums, because I realized that a forum post was easier to make and it looked better than an HTML page that I would have made. So yeah, there is a welcome page, I think, and that is welcome to the forums, and it has just why I made the forums, and why you should join the forums. Was there a fun? Yeah, there was a fun section. Oh, right, if you logged in, you could see the other discussion. So if you were not logged in, then as far as you could see, this was just a tech forum. Once you jumped in and joined, then you could see the other discussion. I was gonna say, I was pretty sure that there were other stuff here. Alright, so that might explain why a lot of people did not join the Nerd on the Street Minecraft server, because I don't think I realized that you could not see that unless you were logged in. Okay, yeah, so that's funny. So the gaming section is on here, and we had a forum just for the Minecraft server. Entertainment, for, entertaining things, I had the Stargate Marching Band show posted here, and yeah, I had my, my little thing here, signature. Do you think that was vital? Colonel O'Neill said that right after he blew up a spaceship on Stargate. Nobody cares. Nobody got it then. Nobody gets it now. But yeah. Anyway, you can see I had fun forums and I had some memes. And I actually made memes about myself. Here are some Stargate memes. This was the meme that I made. Do you think that was vital? And that's what my signature was by. I made some memes making fun of myself for some reason. I guess just to get the discussion going. They're not actually loading right now. Ah, they're from Dropbox, and I probably took them off of Dropbox. So yeah, we'll just pretend that those didn't exist. But yeah, you can see, you can go and edit your profile, bio. I think you hear enough about me on my channel. Yeah. We had links at the top to, our social pages, our YouTube channel, and search, member list, calendar. Go to our member list. We had quite a few people. A lot of them were spam bots, though. See, all these account not activated, those were spam bots. Yeah, that was the Nerd on the Street forums. And you can see I did post some stuff, and other people did post some stuff. So yeah, the forums were really fun. You can log out. And once again, I really liked this theme at the time. It would not be suitable now to use because I know how to make better themes, but we're constantly growing. How much better was this than the powder blue theme from before? Oh, speaking of which, this was still part of the beta site. So if you went to beta.nerdonthestreet.com, then, yeah, it would still look like this. But forums.nerdonthestreet.com looked like this. So yeah, that was the beta site. I'm pretty sure I covered everything on the forums. I don't think we used the calendar for much. We used it for stuff sometimes, for like live streams and whatnot. But yeah, the shout box I thought was really cool. And this was when I wasn't looking for like the bells and whistles of forums. I just wanted people on there and talking. I was really inspired by the Notice forums, which I know being inspired by a griefing and trolling community kind of is a sad thing. But I was inspired by that because there were people having discussions on the Notice forums. I wanted people having discussions on here. Nobody was really having discussions. It was pretty much dead all the time. But my spirit was there. That was why I wanted this. 99 members registered, so close to that triple-digit mark. A total of 93 posts in 30 threads, and most users online at one time was 22 on July 16th, 2013, probably for a live stream. So yeah, that was super fun. I had a whole lot of fun designing this, and it was a big step up for Nerd on the Street. The beta site was a big step up for Nerd on the Street because we were no longer trying to do freaking web apps that weren't really web apps. We were no longer, limited to just HTML. We had forums set up. We had live streaming set up. So we had actual functionality on here other than just the articles. So yeah, that was the Nerd on the Street beta site. I really enjoyed making this website. I enjoyed making all of the websites, really. I think it's really fun making these. So yeah, I'm trying to, I'm just racking my brain, because obviously this link was not originally here. Once I finish this video, this web server is going down. I will save the files, but I'm probably not going to look at this for a long time. So yeah, pretty sure that I covered everything I wanted to cover. Yeah, this link I added when we made the Gamma site, and so the beta site was no longer needed, so I added the see the new website here link. Yeah, that's about all for the beta site. I'm Jacob Kaufman, I'm the Nerd on the Street, and I will see you guys later. See ya.